Hello and welcome everyone to the Johnson County Fairgrounds. We're here for the Iowa City World Cup. We're finishing an awesome week of racing here in the Midwest in the U.S. Just at the start line there, the World Cup finish is very quickly after the start. We have this S-turn and we're coming up into the hole shot. The traditional finish line for the Jingle Cross weekend for the C1 and C2 earlier in the weekend is this arch right here. We're using the earlier finish line for the World Cup. As far as I can remember, this is one of the fastest additions to this weekend that we've had. Last week we had a lot of rain. It really softened up the soil. And then that paired with a lot of people riding in these lines, tacking up the course. It's going to be really fast racing here. Already we're coming into this off camber. There's two lines. There's a high line, low line. I'm on the high line. It seems like there's a little bit more effort to get up into it. But this exit corner, you'll see that the higher line sets you up a little bit better for an at-speed exit and kind of arcing that corner a little bit better. The ground's pretty bumpy here. I'm going out on Challenge Grifos 24-25 PSI. And for gearing, I'm using a 42-tooth chainring with a 1033 cassette in the back. I don't often talk about gearing, but for some categories, it could be a really important factor in this race because there's a lot of elevation. Right now, we're in the bottom part of the fairgrounds here. It's very fast and flowy. First minute and a half of this course. Onto this gravel pit here, up and over this flyover, and you'll see we're heading up our first pass of Mount Crumpet. We're going to have two railroad ties. If it's a little bit slower or muddy, we're oftentimes running this, but it's fast enough where we're able to ride this. Now, it's difficult to see just how steep this hill is with the camera, but also you can see there's a lot of divots here on this hill from a lot of people running up this hill from over the years. That's another challenging element to this hill, that you have to keep the weight back, maintain the traction, and not be spinning too easy of a gear so you're spinning out the rear. You want to be able to maintain traction. So up and over Mount Crumpet for the first time. Really quick descent. You see I almost lose the front wheel there. There's a little bit of a ledge. Try to maintain composure, control the bike into the sand pit with a lot of speed. You'll see there's ruts going really everywhere. There's a firm pack down line early on, and then things start to go everywhere. Carry that speed all the way to the end, bending to the right. Pretty easy corner here. It's all about maintaining that speed through the sand pit. And we're coming up to the hardest, most consistent climb of this course, the second pass up Mount Crumpet. It's the longest climb that we do, and we go all the way to the top. This is around the back side of the course. Now imagine some of these additions that are really heavy with mud. It's going to be very slippery. There's some good ruts in here. It's difficult to carry your momentum in. But with how fast and hard packed parts of this course are, you're able to really maintain the momentum up over this first part. Bending to the left flattens out a little bit. You're able to get your momentum back up this next part of the hill, surge it. Now it's important to pace this effort really well. You don't want to sprint into it full gas for the first 30 seconds of this hill and then blow up right by this corner, because it really kicks up. This corner kills quite a bit of speed. You're almost in your easiest gear and you have to get that speed back, muscle the bike back up. It really is just a diesel effort all the way up this hill. So you don't want to be hitting your max power for the first 20 seconds of this hill. You want to really ramp it up over this last bit here. So we're bending to the right. One last push. And then we're going to be coming down Mount Crumpet. You can see these iconic videos or pictures of coming down the side of Mount Crumpet. It seems like there are a few less 180 switchbacks this year than in previous years. I remember there being a harder bottleneck before the final pitch down to the bottom near the stables. This is really the last pitch down. So 1, 2, 3 corners. You're able to carry a lot of speed into the bottom here. Now you'll see the main line that people have been using is hugging left towards the barn here. We're going to try and, in the pre-ride, burn in a nice rut on the outside of that corner to kind of help arc that turn a little bit more. There are a lot of riders at the elite level that recognize that that is the fastest line, so we're all going to be trying to build that rut in to the outside there. We're passing by pit 2. Looks like it's going to be a very fast course with very good weather. Not a lot of reasons to pit unless you have a serious mechanical issue. After pit 2, 180, bending to the left. We're going to be coming up to the barriers in a quick second here. You don't get a good view of them with the camera, but it's after this harder left-hand turn coming up here. They seem to be about 30 centimeters tall. Definitely hoppable, but the approach makes it a little bit awkward. So running versus riding, it's up to you to decide what's fastest for you. I see a lot of fast riders that are able to bunny hop, be on the pedals half second sooner, but maybe the entrance into this feature is a little bit faster if you're dismounting. Remount quick. Now we're really approaching the last third of this course, the last couple minutes here. Going through this barn here, we're going to approach a flyover. You'll see that the stairs are very small. Pay attention to where you're placing your feet. Very quick feature, up and over, remount, get your speed back, catch a quick breath. And we're coming up on the last final time up the side of Mount Crumpet. This is probably the shortest way up the side of Mount Crumpet. You're able to carry a lot of speed, catch your breath a little while ago. Really muscle the bike. Find the right gear. You don't want to be in too hard of a gear or too easy of a gear. You want to be able to maintain traction and keep your momentum all the way up to the top, around the street, and you're going to get your speed back very quickly. We're about into the last minute of this lap. Flying into this. Quick hop over these boards here. Bending to the right, left. We're in a series of these really flowing kind of 180 turns. This is the last opportunity to really pass before you get into the sprint. Really fast flowing turns here. And I said this before, but this, as far as I can remember, one of the fastest editions of Cyclocross that we'll see. The weather's looking very nice. It'll be about high 60s, low 70s, sunny. It's going to be fast, furious racing. It's going to be fun. Coming up on the end of the lap. I hope you're all able to enjoy and watch either live on the venue or on Flow Bikes or GCN, wherever you're able to watch these races live. Take care, and I hope you enjoyed.